LGBTQ 1 Minute News. Let's queer up faith. Faith leaders condemn Catholic bishops' ban on gender-affirming care. Several U.S. religious leaders are speaking out after Catholic bishops voted to ban gender-affirming care in Catholic hospitals. The updated directives cite early Vatican and 2023 teachings stating, quote, Catholic healthcare services must not perform interventions that aim to transform the sexual characteristics of a human body, end quote. The Catholic Health Association welcomed this revision and thanked bishops for incorporating its feedback into the directive. However, leaders like Michael Sennett, a trans man who is active in his Massachusetts parish, said, quote, Catholic teaching upholds the invaluable dignity of every human life, end quote. Coinciding with the bishop's decision, heads of several major religious denominations stated support for the trans community, as they should. Because I never really saw in the Bible that we should be denying transgender or anything.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So. You know, it's interesting because in San Rafael is a hospital in Trinidad, and that was actually founded by nuns. And that's where a lot of the gender-affirming surgeries took place in Colorado, and that was founded by nuns way back in the 60s. So, and the care took place in the 70s and 80s.
Isn't that fascinating?
You know, it's being a nurse anesthetist. I've been doing the work for about 22 years now, 22 years plus. And what I know is, what I think is, the Catholics are refusing to transform the sexual characteristics of the human body, but they'll gladly provide care to a child who is shorter than average, which is interesting. They'll inject them with hormones. They will break the legs. They will attach lengthening devices to those legs. Per the parents, they'll extend the height of that child, and they will grow them to ungodly heights. And this is through parental desire. This is not nature. And so I think that's an interesting counter perspective for Pope Leo XIV to consider that, you know, you're willing to utilize hormones and medical therapy to change the human body of a child, but you're not willing to support the trans community. It's just religious persecution being covered up by, for various reasons.
Yeah, you know, at King Community Health, we have the privilege of being able to serve a large part of our trans community and giving them access to healthcare. And when you talk about just healthcare in general, you know, it should be just about providing compassionate care to everyone, and that's what it really should be about.
To human beings.
Because what people come to think of gender-affirming care, you know, it far extends what people think of, you know, as hormone therapy, but, you know, people are getting, you know, hair plant injections and chin injections and Botox and fillers and, you know, and stuff like that. That's all considered gender-affirming care, whether people want to believe it or not.
That's absolutely right. And that is the LGBTQ 1 Minute News Story. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.